I made a small song. I made a small song. I sang it all night long, all through the wind and rain, until the morning came. This song is my small song. This song is my small song. I sang it all night long, and when the morning came, I had to start all over again. My song is so small. My song is so small. I could get down and crawl, searching from wall to wall, and ever see anything at all. How could you hate such a small song? How could you hate such a small song? If I was right, I would be wrong. Don't be afraid, it's just a small
Hey folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. And welcome back to Grounded. I do hope this stream finds you well. I'm doing well. If you'd like to join the community, that is to say, get updated on, just minutes before I stream, I guess I put out an update. And all stuff related to the stupid stream and all that business. Feel free to join the Discord, link provided in the description. Also, if you'd like to support the channel financially, don't know why you would, but there's a link to the PayPal in the description as well. Every modest donation helps, but sincerely, I just appreciate people coming by and saying hi and hanging out. Boy, it looks like I need to sleep. It really looks like I need health. You know what I got into before I logged out.
Perhaps we should make camp for the night?
I would say it was the Black Anthill, but no, that I played for a little bit after that to try to repair some of the stuff that was damaged, and I did that successfully. All except my ego. That's going to take more patchwork. No, what can I say? It was a tough battle, and frankly, we lost and ran out of there. But I was immensely grateful to Judah joining and Caspa helping prep. Hey, True, how you doing this fine evening? Good to see you, man. So I went ahead and repaired all the armors that were involved last night and all the weapons. There's still stuff to do to prep going back into the Black Anthill, but I won't do that alone. I learned, if I learned anything last night, it's that, I can't do that alone. Some people probably can, not me. So, once the occasion comes where I have a team, I will venture back into there. Or at the very least a partner. I'm doing good. Not bad at all. It's a pretty swell day, if I'm to be honest. Um, yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. Oh, organization-wise, this stuff is kind of a mess. So I've got some stuff to see to in that regard. Also, these weed stems that I use for building, um, because what else are you going to use weed stems for? Frankly, they add to the weight, and then your dealer just charges you more. You know. Never mind. That's a whole different thing. But I like building with the weed stems, but there's something that I've never been able to figure out, and that was there's these builds that people can make that are very reminiscent of log cabins. So horizontal weed stem walls with windows, kind of like that, except for there's no grass in them. And I kept wondering, why the hell don't I have those build items? And I was watching somebody's stream tonight. Goes by the name of Mediocre Milton, and he puts out some pretty darn informative content. But anyways, I'm watching his live stream, and so I asked him. I said, "What did I miss?" And then then he goes to the wiki, and that's a cringe moment where I'm like, here are streamers going to the wiki, something that I very well could do. I'm waiting for somebody in his chat to say, like, dude, do we have to do this for you? But to be honest, I've looked all over the internet for the answer, and I couldn't find it. And then finally, he proposes that there is not a Burgle chip. And Burgle chips give you this stuff, right? They unlock these build items. There is not a Burgle chip associated with it. What you have to do is get a weed stem and take it to a research station and have it analyzed. And so fine, like, why didn't I do that? Yeah? Well, here's why. And I don't have an example of it now, but let's say, for instance, here's salt that I have. Now, if this salt had an exclamation point up in the corner, that meant that it's not analyzed and I need to go get it. That's not salt, that's mint, but whatever. If it had an exclamation point up in the corner, that would mean that, hey, you got to go analyze that. Great, right? So, in truth, what I have to analyze is a weed stem. And the reason I overlooked that is, let me find a weed. I could chop down one of these big boys, but that's too much weed stems. Here's a basic dandelion. So the thing is, here's weed stems, right? As you can see, you don't put it in your inventory. And since you don't put it in your inventory, there is never an exclamation point next to it that says, get this thing analyzed. So as a consequence, I've been playing this whole time and I never got a weed stem analyzed. And the reason it's kind of frustrating is I've seen people like start new plays of the game and they're already building this log cabin style build. And I'm like, man, that is intensely aggravating because I've been playing since day one and I've never been able to build with this stuff. I don't have those items. And that's why. Because I never analyzed one of these dumb things. So, in other words, I need to haul this to the closest research station and get it analyzed. Well, hey, Judah, how are you this evening? By the way, I don't know if you're available to play, but I'm playing a single player right now, so if anybody in chat wants to play, let me know. I'll switch to online. I'm essentially just running a single player because it's more stable. If you're going to be playing alone, which was my not my preference, but this is how I thought it was going to play out. I just thought, well, just go with the more stable thing. Plus, as I was telling Judah last night, watch that be. I've gone to my inventory. Watch that be. See? The game paused. Now, obviously, it won't do that if you're in multiplayer, which is fine. But it's kind of an added perk. If you're playing alone, it's kind of like, why would you be playing online? Because, unless, of course, you're just kind of saying to yourself, well, to acclimate myself to playing online, to get used to the fact that I can't pause. I guess there's something to be said for that. But Judah, I went ahead and repaired everything. It really worked out. I thought to myself, like, so to repair stuff, you need a lot of quartz. And so I was like, man, so I gotta get all this quartz. I don't know where I'm gonna get it. I went to the abandoned anthill and I came out with 87 quartz. Which, for context, that's ridiculous. That's a ton of it. That's like, I had an item, this axe right here. It's so leveled up that it took, I think, 36 quartz to get to the next level. And I kind of thought to myself, well, that ain't happening. I mean, no time soon, right? I'm going to have to build up quartz. Well, when you walk out of the abandoned anthill with 87, it's kind of like, yeah, I can upload that. I upgrade that. No auto, not tonight, have to work tomorrow. Yeah, you were up late last night. Exactly, not my preference either, but I normally play solo on games now. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, if people are unavailable, you kind of got to. And there's no doubt. With a game like this, I'm sure that I frustrate some people because, like, in this particular playthrough, I want to build all my bases, subterranean, or if I can't get subterranean with it, I want to get as close as possible. And so I kind of balk at the idea of somebody joining and building like a grandiose castle right here or something. I would tell them, like, hey, let's not do that. Let's do that on another world. You know, folks may be like, well, dude, I want to build. I'm selfish. I'm just like, dude, I need somebody with a weapon to watch my ass. Not literally. That'd be kind of weird. How come I'm not hitting him? Oh, there's more B parts. Don't knock my stem over. Okay, nice. So we're taking this up here to get analyzed. I didn't murder him. I'm about to murder him, though. Just like, murder you like Kyle Rittenhouse is murdering a prosecutor's career. He's gonna kill me this thing. Yep. That's alright. Sounds like a lot, yeah.
I feel a little less squishy now.
Yeah, it is. I was pleased to see that there's one location that will yield that much, and frankly, then there's a place that is kind of considered a quartzite mine, but you get less out of it. I mean, you might walk out of it with 20 or something like that, but the abandoned anthill, now that's the quartzite mine. If you're gonna walk out with 87 of them, or I don't know, something like that. That was the ballpark, right? And truly, it's no thing, so to speak, because, yeah, it's kind of a misnomer, the name Abandoned Anthill, because it does have red ants in it, and it does have red soldier ants, but if you have access to red ant armor, then they don't mess with you. They're stupid. They mistake you for one of them. And so at that point, get yourself a torch, and you are free to take all the quartz, and they don't. You know, unlike some bugs get a little pissed when you start taking stuff. The ants don't care. If you're wearing the armor, unless you're taking their eggs. They don't like you taking their babies. I'd say they get more upset about you taking their child than Nate gets in Fallout 3. Because let's be honest, he doesn't get that upset. His kid gets stolen and he's out there making friends, building settlements, you know, hunting. He's doing everything but looking for his kid. Let's just say he doesn't get Father of the Year award. I suppose Nora's guilty of it too if you play Nora. Guess that's why they weren't destined for divorce. Their kid was totally secondary. You know, they cared about themselves first. What? Okay, well, I guess we'll eat something then. Yeah? It's telling me the inventory is too full. So we'll eat that. What else can we eat? Or drop. What else can we drop? Speaking of which, I'm still hauling around that ant armor. I really shouldn't be. Well, this clover hood is weak and almost broke, so we will actually destroy it.
Better than starving, I think.
There we go. Now we got all our items. Oh, we want that weed stem. Funny how full-grown humans will run from a yellow jacket. Yeah. In RL, I'm allergic to bees, so yeah, I'm no fan. I would run from them. If you were allergic and this size, well, damn, you're just dead. Luckily, that's not a game mechanic. But the way this game is leaning towards RPG elements, what with building up your character's stats and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if they start saying, like, yeah, here's some hindrances. Wow, I never knew I could do this. I'm going to finally analyze a weed stem, something I haven't done since day one of this game. Let's see what all we get. Otto, can you make black ant armor to blend in with them? Yes, indeed you can. And the black ants are a little more hardy than the red ants, so the armor itself affords you a little, it's a sturdier armor. Each armor set gives you some kind of perk. Wow, so it's all the things that this gives me. Now, some of it I already knew somehow, but it will give me a sturdy door. It's about time. A stem wall, a windowed stem wall, a triangle stem wall. So 4 build items, but 4 build items that, that sturdy door on its own. I've actually taken to, not putting a door in some builds just because it's like, I don't want another grass door. But this is how you build something tantamount to a log cabin. And that's kind of cool. Hawk, how you doing this evening? Good to see you, my friend. Wow. I can't believe I've been playing this game since day one. I've never known how to do that. Again, I gotta thank a fella by the name of Mediocre Milton for telling me, and he didn't know. His first instinct was like, okay, well, what burgle chip unlocks those things? And he looks it up and he's like, hey, this can't be. Because I'm not seeing that any burgle chip unlocks them. And I don't remember if it was him or somebody in his chat was like, dude, I think it's the weed stem. That's when I realized, dope. Yeah. I never would have thought to analyze one of those. Speaking of which, I don't really need that anymore. Would have been cooler if I dropped it all the way down. But if I was playing to be cool, I'd have a face cam on and I'd be wearing sunglasses. And I'd be saying, smash that like button. Do me a favor, y'all, smash that like button when you're done. So you can get all the hottest videos, all the tips and tutorials straight from me. Then I'd fart, but you wouldn't hear it, it'd be a silent one. Now, there'd be no tells, but I'd be inhaling like crazy to take in my own flatulence. I don't know, I shouldn't make fun. A lot of people say smash that like button. And that's okay. I'm no better than them. No worse either. He's pissed. He had... Oh, man, I hate that. So he slowed me down. He also picked up his shit right away, didn't he? Or no, he didn't. I'm using an overpowered weapon. Well, I think he just dry humped me. He didn't do any damage. Okay, that time he did. Getting better at blocking. Man, this ain't good. It's kinda... Where's your friend? My inventory is maxed out. Are you upset with me? Did you see all that? Nah, the other one backed off. He lost his pollen, but since my inventory is maxed out, I ain't gonna pick it up. And that's that little cloud the bees occasionally do, which slows you down. And it doesn't really blind you, but it does slow you down, though. If they're carrying pollen, they'll do this little shake and just have it kind of, a cloud of it burst out. And they are fairly deadly, but I'm wearing fully repaired armor, so it's... Judah can attest, it's night and day. If you're wearing armor, you're in such a different position than running around with just your plain clothes. Hey, Plaz, good to see you, my friend. How are you tonight? Welcome to my little world. My little backyard. We're getting into some backyardigans. It's kind of my attempt to make it sound like shenanigans. I almost wish I could retract it. I don't like it. Almost like that prosecutor in the Rittenhouse case wishes he could retract his entire argument. Sorry, I can't get enough of that. I've never seen such incompetence. I saw some video saying that it was perhaps the trial of the century, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. The trial of the century is when you have good lawyers on both sides. It's like Scope's monkey trial, right? This ain't that. This is a shit show. Makes you wonder why people are paying for that. Yep, armor's a lot better than our short shorts. Though our short shorts sure turn heads. But yes. Oh, how am I going to do this? Well, I guess I have one empty inventory here, so I can start to trade things off. Put some B pieces. Well, that ruined it. That totally ruined it. Now we don't. Well, we have an empty slot there now in our inventory. But yes, I need to build black ant armor. And also, there's weapons that are associated with black ants. I'm going to look into that real quick here. So here's the black ant helmet. And it's considered heavy armor, which I don't think the red ant armor is considered heavy. No, it's actually light armor. So yeah, right there's a huge difference. And stun. I'm not sure what they're saying there. I think what they're saying is your chance of stunning an enemy is improved. Because the player doesn't really get stunned. I don't think. Trying to think about it. I think the larva can knock you over. They can lunge at you and knock you over, which is always disconcerting. So that plus the stun and heavy armor, I believe, and I may be wrong, I believe that's if you're wearing the whole set. I've never mixed and matched, I've never... and even if it's not, then it would keep compounding, right? And so yeah, that's going to be the case with all the black ant stuff. Adds to your stun chance and heavy armor, whereas the red and as you say, it tricks the black ants into thinking you're cool with them unless you start manhandling their children. Then they're like, whoa, we liked you, but there was a line. Where's that red? Whereas the red armor adds to your hauling strength. Really? So that kind of means, I believe, or I may be wrong, I believe that means how you can carry 5 weed stems or 5, the things that you can't put in your inventory but you just hoist up in your arms. I bet that means you can carry more than typical. So if you're building a base, red ant armor might not be that bad. As to the black ant weapons, because like the red ant club is kind of like a tried and true. It's something you can make at relatively low level, and it's just a good average weapon. You can see up in the top right corner, damage, stun, and speed is decent in all of those. It's much better than anything you can put together with like sticks and stones. Whereas the black ant sword, whew, is not going to stun anybody, but it'll kill them before you're ever worried about stunning them. Because the damage, well, it's less than the red ant club. But again, like, you can upgrade these weapons 7 times over. So you can get any one of these things to be a lot stronger than it is vanilla, so to speak. But the speed on that's really impressive. And then furthermore, I think there's a shield. There's only 2 shields in the game, but the black ant shield, kind of, as it goes hand in hand with how strong they are, not in the damage they do, but in the damage they can take, that's a real good shield. And it looks more like a buckler, which is kind of cool. It's a level 2 shield. The only other shield in the game is the Weevil shield, which just isn't great. But if you don't have a weapon that can block, it's good to have one. It's better than nothing, right? Stand by just for a second. I'm going to say goodnight to the missus. Okay. Let me, I'm sorry, Chad. Let you get away from me there. Is that what you did there? Damn it, I lost the context. But I'm going to say yes. Yeah, that trial was a joke. Is. I mean, it's what it goes on. I think they're going to make closing arguments on Monday. Is there even a prosecutor? Well, from what I understand, the one that should be prosecuting it chose not to. And so technically, that's the assistant. And a guy that's got political aspirations that were that were ruined. Yeah, that's a fair question. He'd probably, if the prosecutor was not present, they'd probably have a stronger case. It's the weather in Dakota. Hope you're not sober. I am not sober. Well played, well played. We are expecting our first blizzard tonight. Ouch. In the southern of the two Dakotas, yeah. Watching autoplay not sober enhances the experience. That's right. Yeah, fun fact. You can you might be watching at 120 or whatever it is. You can upgrade that to 7. Is it 720? Yeah, you can do that at 720, or you can get intoxicated. Both of those will help, and if you do both, wow. Then I mean you're watching in full Technicolor then. It's just missing us here in southern Canada. Not looking forward to the morning drive. Yee. There's 80 there. Nice. It was a nice day here in the exotic environment of central Ohio. Oh no, we're probably somewhere around 70. It was nice. Don't deal with hurricanes, ain't that the truth? 26. Eee. It's 46 here now. Nah, Hawk, you're right. You're right. I think they charge them like 2 days later. I mean, you talk about knee jerk. But hey, that's when your motivation is politics. It, some say it can blind you. I cannot help but think that is true. We gotta move some stuff out of here. So yeah, the ant sword and the ant shield is what you get out of the black stuff. And I gotta do that. Frankly, I need a black ant base, and that's something that I'm gonna look into tonight. Let's find a nice spot for that. Again, trying to go subterranean. One food item that I've never seen before in this game is a mussel sprout, and that is a Brussels sprout that Dr. Wendell was doing experiments on. And I don't want to eat it. One, because it doesn't sound very tasty, but two, I've never seen that. So I almost wish I could frame it and put it somewhere. Anyhow, I think it's time to put little Pete to bed until morning.
I think it's bedtime.
Yeah, I mean, the first guy that Kyle had to shoot was Joseph Rosenbaum. Talk about a real stand-up individual. My God. And honestly, I mean, there's something to be said for the fact that, let's think about, to be fair, I don't enjoy talking politics on the channel, but I have been watching this trial virtually nonstop, so I do have a lot to say. Honestly, I have a lot to say in terms of politics in general. I just steer clear of it on the channel because that's, as you imagine, that's not the thrust of the channel, right? But if you think about it, Kyle, albeit 17 years old, I mean, whatever, I recognize that. I get it. Is that troubling? I don't know. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but yeah, I'd have preferred that he was 18, but whatever. But what was he doing again? He was offering medical assistance. Now, isn't there... Aren't there... Remind me, aren't there people that are supposed to do that? Huh. I think there might be. I can't remember offhand. You know, he was also running around putting out fires. Huh, that's weird. Aren't there hose hopping basement savers designated to do that? Don't we pay for... Anyway, what else was he doing? Oh, protecting private property. Oh, that's funny. I think there's people that we pay to do that too. But now, what was stifling all those people? Because I don't begrudge. I know I threw a little slight into firemen. I love firemen. I've said that to firemen, and they've gotten a chuckle out of it. Hose hopping basement savers. It's just I just think it's funny, and frankly, I've met plenty of firemen that think it's funny too. But you know, I have the utmost respect for those people, and I don't think that they weren't willingly standing by. But, you know, that was at the directive of their political leaders, their elected leaders. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Someone was standing up and doing that work. Whether you think he was of the appropriate age to do that or not, that's a whole different discussion. But hey, somebody was doing it. And now, somebody else that works for the city, the entity that's supposed to provide these services in the first place, is up there making a mockery of the justice system and trying to indict this kid. That's what blows my mind. And trying him as an adult. I mean, if you're so hell-bent on saying that he's 17, then why are you charging him as an adult? Fucking Poindexter. But yeah, I don't think, I forget the guy's name, the prosecutor in that case. I don't see him being elected DA, but then again, I've been surprised by elections before. Oh, do you mean the police? I think that's them. I can't, for the life of me, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of entity. The Great Reset might not go the way some want. Indeed. Indeed. Some will just have to take it, though. I don't know. We can only pray that we don't reset. I have a mixed reaction to that. Like, I think, like so many people, I don't want to see violence in the streets. But, you know, who knows what that would look like? Who knows where the chips would fall? By chips, I'm using like Ponch and John metaphor.
Don't even need to boil it.
Where would law enforcement fall in that situation? Where would the military fall in that situation? There's all sorts of question marks there, but also sometimes the ends justify the means. I do believe Jefferson said something about revolution having something to do with the fertilizer that... Anyways, it's a tricky thing and a scary notion, but at the same time, like I said, sometimes the ends justify the means. I'm in no way endorsing the Great Reset, if that's what Hawk means by it. But at the same time, push comes to shove. You know what I'm saying. It does. Sometimes you can... I mean, I understand that our society is sedated so damn much, you know. I mean, how long have we put up with being locked away at our homes, basically under house arrest? A lot longer than I would have expected, but then again, we're in the technology age. Hell, some people embrace it. I know I did initially. I was like, hey, stay at home, that's fine. I can do that. The thing is, I think society tolerated it a lot longer than our forefathers would have. Partly because of technology, because of the stuff that we get to enjoy at home. even those people get, push comes to shove. Someone could say that they're losing patience in us, but we too are losing patience. I mean, I think that's across the board, whether you're the most ardent conservative or the most liberal among us. I mean, a lot of people are losing patience in different things. I know when the shots are fired, if that day comes to pass, I'd rather be on the side of those that aren't afraid of firearms, because kind of digging your own grave if that's the way you're setting up your city. You're a little bit screwed when that day comes. How did all these regrow? They're not supposed to do that. Build a foundation, they're supposed to not grow through it. Some of it I don't mind. Like, I actually kind of like that one. I wish it slid through between but oh well. Wow, this one I won't even be able to chop down the root. Oh hell. I guess it'll grow back though, since the root's still there. This one should not have grown back either. Sometimes, I guess, when there's an update, they do grow back. The update kind of messes with it. Alright. Sorry, there's a little bit of a tangent. Hey, I got no problem with protests, but when you go burning shit down, but that was the summer of love. It was warm. Yeah, I got big damn problems with that. Yeah, I do too. You know, it's one thing to march on your state house. You know, you got a problem with the government. Within the realm of reason, take it out on your government. I'm not even saying go burn down the state house. Most of them are made out of marble and stone anyways. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, direct your problems at the entities that have created them. Instead, you go after private businesses. You ruin people's livelihoods. Oh, they got insurance. Well, what a really rudimentary understanding of insurance, I mean, yeah, and so everybody that does have insurance gets hiked rates. That's great. Again, shh, he didn't like that. Dude was chilling on top of my boat. Well, I can pause. Kyle seems like such a stand-up kind of man. He seems like a good kid. I mean, I'm sure the survivors of those that he had to shoot probably disagree. And I'm sure that it extends beyond that with the society we're living in. But for Pete's sake, the kid's cleaning up graffiti. He keeps a job. I mean, is he doing some stuff that I'm not cool with? Yeah, kinda. I mean, he's driving to work without a driver's license. But when I say I'm not cool with that, it's like, again, I ain't gonna lose any sleep over it. Plus, from what I understand, he lives kind of in a rural area. Though I think he works. I might be wrong about this. I thought he worked in Kenosha, so. Anyhow, I'm not thrilled with that. I'm not thrilled with him telling people he was an EMT, but when I say I'm not thrilled with it, I'm not saying I detest it. I mean, I detest what was happening in Kenosha. Absolutely deplore it. I think it's beyond absurdity. But then when I say I'm not fond of little white lies or, on the one hand, it's like, well, at least you're getting to work, but man, get yourself the driver's license. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of his dad or something. Like, come on, kid, get it in gear. Go take your damn test. I'll let you borrow the car. No big problem. But come on, how long can you continue this? But that's not the kind of stuff, and those are the points that the prosecution is scoring, if you were to give them any credit whatsoever. And those points suck shit because they don't speak to any of the facts of the matter, right? And I don't really think they impeach his credibility either. I mean, who hasn't been a teenager that's told the occasional lie? And the hope is that you grow up, you mature a little bit, and you realize. Norm Macdonald used to have a bit about that. Like, why am I even? I think his joke was he was like, "Yeah, we lie about sometimes the craziest things." He's like, like someone's like, "Hey, have you seen that Glenn Close movie about the horse?" And he's like, "Yeah, I saw that." And then I think to myself, what do I have to gain from this lie? Like. Uh, Plus, I think it's kind of bad that the town had to rely on a 17-year-old to get shit done. Undoubtedly. Without question. Otto, I meant the Great Reset. If by an awakening, then yep, I am for that. I guess the way I interpret it was, when I think of the Great Reset, I think of, like, flat-out revolution. Like, we have to tear this shit down in order to rebuild it. And I don't know. And maybe that's not the intent there. Call it what you want, Civil War or, revolution. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that terrifies me. But at the same time, you see societies go through that. And sometimes the divides are never healed. Sometimes it takes a century and a half for them to heal, if they ever do again. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's just, man, we're better off without the yoke of authoritism that we all labored under. I mean, shit, look at the American Revolution, right? But I think of my mindset, and I wonder what I would have done in the late 1700s. Like, would that have terrified me? I think it would have. I think there'd be part of me that would have. I know me, right? And so there'd be part of me that would see a red coat and say to myself, I respect that. Like, those are the guys during the French and Indian War. Those are the guys that lifted up their rifles and went out there and defended our villages and our towns and our cities. Those guys in the red coats, that's my dad. That's my uncles. That's my grandpa. And so to that extent, that would have terrified me to hear that, like, we need to revolt against those guys. All the while, I'd be sympathetic because I think, all the basic arguments against the British Empire at the time. But that's where I see the conundrum, and that's something I don't think people take into account that often, is the trouble some people probably had back then coming to terms with the fact that, like, God, we're going to be fighting our own army? Because, they were our army at the time. Unless, I mean, sure, there were the militias. Maybe your dad was a member of the militia, but just as likely that your father at the time wore the red coat and served you well. I think that's why it's kind of terrifying. And, like, tar and feathering seems so funny, but then if you think about the actual literal case of it, I mean, you're burning the flesh off of people. That's scary shit. Necessary? Yeah, in retrospect, it was necessary, but would I have known that if I had lived at the time? So that's what kind of scares me, is being on the wrong side of history. I don't know. I think our ancestor aliens need to come home and straighten out this race. Plaz, you win funniest comment so far. Maybe aside from Hawk saying that being not sober. The Great Reset by the World Economic Forum, no bueno, yeah. Ohio has lockdown still. No, Ohio's a weird state. We're certainly a swing state. Sorry, I'm not offering you guys gameplay, and I don't mind. I'm happy to have the conversation. No, Ohio is, what can I say? Like, how could I describe it? On the state level, our legislature is red. Our governor currently is red. Even his predecessor, John Kasich, you could argue that he's blue now, but he was red when he came into office. Ohio's a weird state. But no, I guess the short answer is no. We don't have lockdowns. There are mask mandates, but they're kind of germane to the 3C corridor, if that makes sense. So the 3C corridor is I-71, and that's going to be like Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland. And that's where people that are more inclined to issue mandates govern. Now, the rest of Ohio, no, not at all. So, in my case, Columbus has a fairly large population. I want to say we're the 14th largest city in the United States, believe it or not. But you wouldn't know it by looking at the downtown skyline. That's because Columbus is a giant suburb. Got our ghettos too, but we're generally just a huge suburb. And I live just outside it. And all of the cities just outside of Columbus, if asked, we would say we live in Columbus because it's the closest major city, and it's 10 minutes to get downtown. But all of those smaller cities just outside of it, bordering it, they don't have any mask restrictions. It's Columbus City Council, for instance, it's been blue for as long as I can remember. Now, our last mayoral race for the mayor of Columbus, we have a situation where the Republicans don't put up candidates. The race is decided during the Democratic primary. And I know that sounds insane. And it is. Like, let's say if I were to tell you I'm a Democrat, I would also tell you I have a huge problem with the Republicans not putting up a candidate. If I were to tell you I'm a Republican, I have a huge problem with the Republicans not putting up a candidate. I mean, can you not find anybody? To me, that's insane. That's beyond throwing the towel in. And, some could argue it's because our city council has never been Republican, so. But still, the mayor they have innate authority in their own right. The city council be damned. So I don't know. It's a weird thing here. But you know how it is. The big cities tend to be Democratic. The entire rest of the state tends to be conservative. Daddy E.T. needs to straighten out his offspring. He's already here, Plaz. He's just watching. No. Our forefathers finally started a revolution over a tax on tea. The last straw. Well, taxation without representation, anyway. I mean, we just weren't represented in the British Parliament. And they wanted to tax the hell out of us to pay for, as I mentioned earlier, the French and Indian War. I mean, that was a costly war for the British Empire. And they needed that money back, and you can see from their perspective, well, who's going to pay for that? People in London? Sure, to some extent, but really, shouldn't the colonies be paying for that? I mean, after all, we defended them. But, so yeah, I can understand their logic. They tax the colonies, sure, but we don't have representatives in Parliament? There's the rub, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of like, now you're taxing the shit out of us, and we're not so dumb that we don't understand why, but we don't have a freaking voice in it. Even if we were a minority vote and sure to lose a vote, we can't even do so much as vote. I mean, it's crazy. Ain't they got Chicago in lockdown over this trial? I would not be surprised. Kyle was the only survivor. The book 1984 is out too, Manuel. No, the Great Reset is downright one world order. It's the name of an actual plan to make the whole world into China with the social scores, no ownership, etc. It is not referring to standing up for your rights. I didn't know there was a specific definition to. I didn't know the Great Reset was a specific thing, Judah. So apologies. I guess I would classify a successful revolution as a reset, but I guess not the Great Reset if that's a specific thing. I have problems with that definition. Not problems with you. I just because reset implies that you're going back to a vanilla state. So that's why I don't understand. We've never been a one world order, you know. So I think that's where I get my confusion. Is I'm just like, wow, that doesn't even seem like an apt term for it, but okay. Hey, Odd, good to see you, my friend. How are thee? We're talking about ancient aliens, so. No, we're talking about all sorts of things. I got asked to leave Defiance Napoleon, and is that Wasian for starting a riot? I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Oh, Defiance, common Napoleon. Okay, alright. I'm familiar with Defiance, Ohio. It's named after Fort Defiance. Again, going back to the French and Indian War. Basically got asked to leave the state. Wow. Ooh, I like the ancient alien theory. Yes, you do, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Choke it down, Pete. It's worse than Dad's Brussels sprouts.
Is this thing still sitting here, then? It's inside my house. Can I fire through the window and hit it, or what? Yeah, I sure can. That's all the arrows I got. Well, time to go in there and just... I hate using this mallet because I don't want to lose it. But you see how effective it is. Unless, of course, you're fighting an assistant manager robot. Because the assistant manager means business. Jude and I were downright Karens last night. We needed to speak to the assistant manager. Then we were like, no, whoa, maybe we don't. If we were pure Karens, we'd have taken it straight to the manager himself. But Campbell's Soup Company is there in Defiance. Seems to ring a bell. Where am I going to put some of this stuff? Well, I guess this base has kind of a junk chest. So I can definitely unload all sorts of stuff here. There's a place where I've got a bunch of mint. I should take that there. I need to take this ant armor back to the ant base. I've got stink bug parts, I guess newly acquired. I just got them probably. Yeah, those go here, of course. And I can put some quartz here. We call it quartzite, but I mean, can't help but just call it quartz. See, like, even this base, I am half tempted to tear down these walls and add these new wooden walls that I have. Or wood stem moss. Weed stem moss, I should say. Dude, I want to eat you. Don't go into the haze. Yeah, a few more steps and I would not be following him. Because that's all gas. Guess that kind of goes hand in hand with my trench-style base, World War One. Yeah. Need a gas mask to head south. Let's get this thing cooking. Alrighty, Hawk. Be well, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, that assistant manager was crazy. Yeah. Honestly, I'd hate to see the manager if that's the assistant.
Yum!
But he'll get his. We'll get back there. We definitely will. And we'll give him what for. I've never embraced being a Karen, but I will tap into my inner Karen and take my complaints back to that assistant manager. We will make a scene. You know? They will want to call the authorities on us. We will be making such a stink about the way they do things down there. It's going to be great. Tap into my inner Karen. I might get myself a spiky haircut for that night. Really do it up right. Because if you're going to do it. Trying to think, what else would you do if you were going to tap into your inner Karen? I give myself a pink North Face vest. Fucking rent an SUV and put a sticker in the back that says my child is whatever. Something that your kid ain't. Maybe that's just what it would say. My child is better than yours.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Cozy swords, yeah. What are you? Oh, we got a fight happening out here. Fight. My money's on the Bombardier Beetle. Ooh, the underdog actually stunned the beetle. But as soon as that beetle sprays its Bombardier juices, yep, that's gonna do it. Ant's not gonna know how to handle that. If it were a black ant, it would be a fair fight. And the winner of this fight gets a mallet to the head. Or to the butt. Oh yeah. Sorry, Ant. Yeah, I knew that was gonna do it. Stun. To the butt it was. You need to spit at people with your mask down. My mask will always be around my neck when I'm a habit. I'll chastise those that don't, but it will only be half on. I will also have my cell phone handy at all times, so I can post videos of myself being obnoxious. Ant and Beetle Fight Night, only on OMG. I'm gonna drop off this mint at the spider base, I think. Did I only have 3 mints here? That's weird. I thought I had many more, but maybe not. Alright, well, let's see. Weevil heads go to the Weevil base. I suppose I'm heading by there. Anything else need moved? That can go to the Oak Tree base. I'm definitely heading there to drop off the ant armor. Might as well take these mushrooms since I've got so many of them. It's a torch. I'll take it. I think that'll do. I'll take the acorn bits too. Now, why didn't those double stack? Oh, because that's pollen, not acorn bits. Oh, no. Pollen goes to the bee base, but, well, I guess I'll be carrying that for a while. And the stink bug pieces I should have put back in the stink bug base. So I'm heading to the oak base. I'll just go by way of the stink bug base. Sorta on the way, not really, but close enough. Some of these bases really aren't far from each other. I think I might have said stink bug, I meant bombardier beetle parks. Honestly, grub coop can go here because this place has a lot of grubs too. I don't have a place for ladybugs either. I kind of have the weevil base double as a ladybug base. But the more I play, the more I think, like, no, I need a base for the ladybugs. I just wouldn't know where to put it because there's not really an area that they can be found in abundance. It's like they wander. They're all over the map. So I suppose that kind of gives me license to build it anywhere. Maybe that's the mentality I should adopt for that. Just build it anywhere. Perhaps a nice central location or something, I don't know. A lot of flower petals. Really, I should be picking those up at some point. Now, after I get this housekeeping out of the way, I think I'm going to venture... I'll grab a gas mask when I'm at the weevil base. I'm going to go to the grass heap. Or grass heap. The trash heap. Partly because I haven't explored that fully. And if I do build a black ant base... I think that would be a great area for it because the amount of black ants there is sky high. And obviously, that's a must for me. If I'm going to build a base dedicated to a certain type of insect, that whole area needs to be kind of, surrounded by those insects. Just that way, naturally, you're going to start getting those items. And you're going to start storing them in that base. If you don't do that, then... kind of goes against the plan that I'm trying to stick to. Also, while I'm in this area, I should go ahead and set my save. I think I can do that right up here. Yeah, at the pond base. There we go. Set respawn point. I guess we can drink some water. Don't have to. Yeah, you can build a base in the sandbox. The roof will give you that shade that you need. So that's a plus. So you can be happy inside your base. Kind of just have to worry about the... I worry about the ant lions, since they come since they dig underground and they lunge at you from underground, I wonder if they would do that through the floor. You know what I mean? If they would just lunge up through the floor, thereby destroying your floor. If that's the case, I think what you could do is build a base up on scaffolds and probably be fine. Now there is also, and this just occurred to me, holy crap, I think I know where I could build a subterranean base in the sandbox. Yeah, alright. You know, before I go to the trash heap, so I gotta visit the oak base and the weevil base, just for some general housekeeping. And then before I go to the trash heap, I'm gonna go by the sandbox and see if I can build in this little cave I found there. And the reason I found the cave, you know, because you're always looking for shade when you're in there, because if it's high noon and you're not in shade, you are burning. Like, you're taking damage eventually. So I kept going down to this cave. And one thing I noticed about it is I was not attacked by ant lions down there. There's a lot of quartzite here. And if that's just kind of the way things are, like, ant lions don't go down there, then that's good. But the thing that remains is, can you even build there? Because there are some locations, unfortunately, that you cannot build in. We want to put the ant armor up here. So yeah, deposit, deposit, deposit. There's our ant armor. We'll drop some quartz here. What else can I put here? Grub stuff. And that's it. So that's all we're doing here. Is there anything here that could go to another base? Wow. Wow, the exports are maxed out. But some of them are not actual. Yeah, somehow this became a dump. None of that stuff belonged. Everything else is things that can be found in this area, or, in the case of these bombs, things that are produced from ant parts. So everything else is good. Imports, that seems about right. Should clay be an import? Oh well. Yeah, sure. What is this, sap? Yeah, sap belongs here. Acorn bits belong here. I think that's good. Yep, okay. I wonder, I bet it's nighttime. It's hard to tell down here, but this is one of those bases, by the way, where I don't think the devs wanted you to build here. In fact, they might have patched it. Let me see if I can put a new piece of furniture, or if they, at this point, say, like, nope, can't do it. Yev, how about that? That is kind of awesome. I mean, it sucks, but it's also kind of awesome because essentially what I've just learned is I built this base before they patched this, so you can't build here. So what we're looking at is an illegal base. And earlier, it's like, they wouldn't let me build past this bottom step. That's why the base ends there. And same thing over here. I get why they wouldn't want you to build here, because you're basically sleeping right next to Burgle. There's absolutely no threat here. If there was a threat, that'd be a problem, because then they'd start to... The insects would damage the walls, and if they destroyed the walls, obviously you wouldn't be able to repair them at this point. But I can no longer build in this area. And that makes me really grateful that I built here to begin with. I should not have eaten that. Got about 30 seconds until I can sleep. I think I will wait it out. Yeah, there is a sandbox cave. Those ant lions are nasty. Very nasty. And it compelled me to look up a video about them. And even in real life, they're freaking bizarre looking. They only move backwards, but in this game, they can move forward. Tell you what, I'm at an hour 15. I'm going to step away just for a minute. Truly about 60 seconds. And then I'll be back. That'll wind down the clock to and allow me to sleep. If in the meantime you got to go, please take my best with you. Be well. And otherwise, if you're sticking around, I will be back in less than 60 seconds. Wowzers. Yeah, that makes me absolutely cherish this base. Because it's something that people can't build anymore. It's really cool. But at the same time, not at all. Since we do have a canteen, I wonder if I can fill this at all. Yeah, it doesn't look quite full, so there we go. Now when someone's down here, they can get a little bit of nourishment. Beverage. Hey, Burgle. Good to see you. Oh, I did find some more milk merlin.
Always happy to see a repeat customer.
I'm always happy to see you. Okay, so milk molars. I have 3 available. 4 is the magic number. Because I want to be able to get my stamina up even more. Although, now that I'm messing with mutations, that is tempting too. But yeah, so I mean, this is one way you can. This is something, Judah, if you're still out there, this is something I neglected to tell you that we ought to do. Next time you play, we need to come talk to Burgle because you will have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 of these milk molars. No, more than that. 8, 9, 10, 11. You'll probably have 11 of them to spend. Because whatever I've unlocked, any player that joins has those unlocked but not allocated. And like it gives you these active mutations. You know, hunger and thirst, you can cut down on how long it takes for you to get thirsty or hungry. I've been going after hunger just a little bit. I put a point in there because I just think naturally you can go longer without food than you can without water. I put point into max health. In retrospect, I didn't really want to. I want to be able to run from my enemies, but of course, like I said last night, it doesn't make you faster. So spiders will still overtake you. And then the milk, these ones are universal. So wherever I put these points, that applies to every player. So when you come in the game, you automatically, these are as they are. So they're not individualized, but the regular milk molars are. Meaning none of what I have set under these applies to a new player, but the player does have the points to spend. Whereas these ones, they all apply to anybody that steps in, has these going for them already. But yeah, I better get another milk molar before I increase, that way I can increase my stamina a little more. Oh, I can't believe they patched that. Did I not sleep? No. I better not risk it. Lord knows, a wolf spider will intercept me before I get to the weevil base. And I don't need that. The way I see my proficiency at this game, or lack thereof, is I'm somewhat knowledgeable. Well, I'm not very good at it still. Like, I see some people put down wolf spiders fairly easily. That's not me. Hell, there's a few insects that can ruin my day in this. And I'm okay with that. I still like being a little scared of some of these things. A healthy fear. Oh, yeah, I was just saying, like, we have these things called milk molars that let you spec out your character a little bit. Let you add points into certain categories. And when I get these milk molars, and, I have 11 or more that I've collected, and I've allocated for myself already. Well, for instance, Caspa joined last night, we were down there, and it occurred to me, and I was like, dude, talk to Burgle and talk to him about milk molars. And he's like, whoa, I have a ton of milk molars that I can allocate into points, thereby speccing out his character. And what it was all the ones I collected, he gets 2. It's just his are not allocated yet. He just got them. And so he was able to do that. And I neglected to do that with you. So, in other words, you have a lot of unspent points that you can use to spec out your character a little bit, whether it means give your character more health, more stamina, more mutations. And mutations is, you saw one of them. I know you don't have too many as it stands, but it's this stuff, So, like, the 2 I have active right now is gas resistance, burn resistance, and sizzle protection. That's what that one gives. And this one gives hyper stamina. But I can change it. I can change it right now. I can go to Parry Master. I could take this one away, deactivate mutation, and put it on parry. I don't really want to do that if I'm going to the sandbox, but it's actually not a bad idea. Or you go into the ant cave. There's one that makes you do more damage to ants. I think you just unlock them, for instance, the ant one, probably just from killing ants. After a while, it'll be like you just unlock a mutation. So yeah, that's what the milk molar thing is, and that's sort of what the mutations are. Oh, do I kill it? No, I don't. I think I've got enough ladybug parts right now. Yeah, the mutations, yeah. That is cool. You can change them on the fly. Like, you're about to enter the sandbox, so yeah, give yourself a little more sizzle resistance. And when you leave, turn it off and put that into something else. I really enjoy those, and I only really started using them maybe a day or 2 ago. Otherwise, I didn't understand them per se, but I've been watching people play this more. I've been watching people's streams. I tended to stay away from them. I used to, and still do occasionally, I'd watch this fella named Sir Similot. And while some of his videos were informative, he's full of spoilers. Sometimes he tries to warn you against them. Not always. Sometimes his thumbnail flat out gives you a spoiler. And so I kind of weaned myself off of that. I was like, hey, I can't. I like the guy, but I can't watch this. Not until I've spoiled everything myself, then I can take in a bunch of his videos. But otherwise, yeah, I've been watching some folks recently, and I keep seeing them switch on and off their mutations, and that's where I was like, oh, hell, I can do that? I better check out my mutations. It was either last night or the previous night. I went to that screen during a live stream, and was like, holy shit, I have a ton of these things, and I never use them. So now I'm using them, you know. Okay, so I want to take a gas mask from here. I also want to deliver some parts, ladybug parts. Go here. For now. I mean, I still think I should make a ladybug base. Anything else go here? Well, I don't know. It does have a junk box. I could drop that stuff. Some dried grass can go here. There's more dried grass. I don't know. Put some mushrooms in there. Why not? Aphid honeydew. We had some of that last night, and that gives you both food and drink. It's kind of handy. So maybe I'll hold on to it. You know, worst case scenario. Oh, I shouldn't have your weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? That's taking up an inventory slot. I need to drop that off. So, okay. Alright, I got my gas mask. Let's head back to the bee base. And then it's into the sandbox. And then into the trash heap. So probably... Trash heap will probably be near the end of the stream. I can't imagine. There'll be too many of you left that late in the stream. But as it stands, I'm gonna race over to the bee base. How'd you get up there, pal? Well, good for you. Dude, get away from me. I'm gonna kill you. Or I'm just gonna run from you. See, that was a successful block. I mean, some of these insects, I'm starting to understand when they're about to lunge at me. But you can just tell from their animation, right? They've got some tells. A lot of them I don't know. And some of them will use combos out of nowhere, like they'll have their basic attack, and you'll be like, okay, I recognize when it's about to do its basic attack, but then it will do a combo, and you're like, oh, I did not recognize that. So it takes a while to become familiar with, like, when you want to block. But once you start doing it, it becomes such a handy thing to do. Let me set my reset. Yeah, that's one of the big benefits of having all these little bases instead of one major one, is get to respawn closer to wherever you're doing business. I know you want them, and I want them too. Alright, you can have them. I'm not motivated enough. The mosquito sword. Now, I also, in repairing it, you know, the easier thing to do was upgrade it, so now it's level, it's just level 2, but still. It's better than level 1. Honestly, I should have just leveled it up again, but it's like, if it's not damaged, I almost don't want to level it up, because I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. Because, I mean, you level it up, it does more damage, it has more durability, which I know last night, durability is what it needs. But yeah, so it's like 10% stronger in terms of damage and durability. And I bet with it, when it's 10% stronger on damage, that probably also means, because of the nature of that weapon, you probably get 10% more health when you hit somebody with it. somebody, something with it. You know, you don't really fight some bodies in this. I do need food. Wow, I have a ton of mushrooms. Well, I want to take those into the... Huh. Guess we'll just eat this stuff. Oh, that's pollen.
Ugh.
I don't know if you can eat pollen. I
Worse
don't
than
think
my
you
mom's
can.
Brussels sprouts.
Not really sure what you do with that. For some reason, I thought it pissed off the bees. Like, if you were carrying it, you know, they're probably like, whoa, we want what you got. But I don't know if that's true. I'm going to put the sword in the import area. This base really needs a junk chest. Like, really bad. That way I can clean. I think this is the stuff that Casco might have dropped in here last night. Okay. But yeah, for now, it is kind of the junk area. Yeah, I could build a junk chest and put it up here somewhere. Maybe put it right there next to the bed. Anyhow. That food did not do a whole lot for me.
Don't even need to boil it.
Let's get the canteen full. We're heading to the desert. Better have some backup. I can stop by I forgot. There's a ton of mushrooms near the sandbox. We'll just load up on them. Eat them fresh, right from the ground. That's my suggestion. Doesn't make a difference. But yeah, I'm the same way, because like it's the most affordable way to level it up. Otherwise, the most affordable way to repair it. Otherwise, like if it's damaged, you can repair it without leveling it up, but you'll need quartz, which is fine because you need quartz to level it up. So same thing there, but you'll also need something that you used originally to build it. So you might need a mosquito nose, and that's where it's like, oh well. You know, I guess I gotta go kill a mosquito or go to the mosquito base and see if there's any stashed away there. Which there are, but considering it just takes like, I think that we get to level 3, it'll take 4 quartz. To get to level 4, it'll take 8. It just keeps doubling like that. Oh yeah, I should be eating some of these, not collecting them. I fear I've collected too many. Yeah, I pretty much... Alright, well, I'll just eat some of the ones I have. Just eat that whole stack. I'm probably eating more than I can stomach, but that's alright. To the ladder. This thing was not fun to build, but I'm so glad I built it. It's going to be sizzling in here. It's so high up, I think it's just death if I fall. Okay, so the cave in question is over by the sandcastle. That was the other way in, that zip line. So you'd have to climb all the way up onto the picnic table just to get in here. And that's, boy, that's a really roundabout way. Jump those, because I think you found out last night and reminded me that you can slide down that stuff, and that would be bad. After last night, yeah, I do. There is a love for that ladder. When I saw it, I just thought, like, salvation. Like, you know. Oh, but that first time, I told you to slide down to the scaffold, and you were. I think you might have already been in your slide when that thing popped up and hit you one more time, and that time it just, that was bad. Its hit knocked you off. You had made it further than me, though. I think I turned to fight it, which was foolish. I guess I was trying to be noble and serve as a bit of a rear guard, but that didn't last long. So I need to get into the sandcastle, and I'm sure I found a way to jump inside it. Still haven't found a way to get up on top of that. I think there's something up there. I don't know there is, but... Huh, I never noticed that about the trash heap. You could... I don't know if that's a rake or a shovel, but... I hate how my screen says terminate the assistant manager. I can't! like, just leave me alone, Gabe. Don't remind me. Go! Oh, yeah. Okay. We're sizzling. It's hot. Where's the shadow? Right there. Huh. Now there's also this stuff. If you kill enough of those, there's the antlion armor. This is a giant sombrero. I love it though, but it gives you some protection against sizzle. And of course, there's like everything else. There's a chest piece. It's a poncho, and there's also boots. So you can kind of get proper armor for this. Oh, we made it. We made it. And here's the cave. I can't see that it has any purpose whatsoever. Except for me to build in, maybe. Maybe. Oh, it's very small. That's okay, though. We don't need much room. It is very small, though. No land rights, so nope, you can't build here. Oh, that sucks. What a place that would be, though. I mean, just be a one-room little safe haven, but safe haven is the key. Can we build higher up, like... No, not really. Up here, even? See, now it's pointless. Like, yeah, you can build up here, but again, what's the point? I want something subterranean. Now, that said, it looks like I could build there. Oh, not really. No, that's pointless then. Damn. I was gonna say, if I could just get my head beneath the ground level. Oh, that's a shame. Man, I thought for a moment that would be such a cool base. But I also think there must be something to this. Like, you can't bust through this. There truly must be something to this place. Like, maybe there's plans for a future update? Which, if that's the case, I can understand why they don't want you building there, because it's like... I know some people build a base somewhere, and, like... Hell, take the picnic table. It's been there since the game launched, but nothing was on it. If you build a base there, and now it's got all that stuff on it, I bet your base is pretty much destroyed. Shiny. Right under me, yep. powered weapon. What's wrong with him? He's stuck. He's dizzy. Might be getting a sombrero sooner than later. I hate those things. Wow. I agree. I also hate that your screen says terminate assistant manager. I know, right? It's like, what a dick thing to tell us. I mean, after we get our ass kicked by him, the game's like, by the way, you need to go ahead and kill him. Like, yeah, no shit. You don't think that that's what we've been trying to do? Every time we die, it's like, yeah, by the way, kill that thing, would you? I'm like, come on, game, you kill him. Make it sound so easy. Spicy shard, crow feather piece, sunken bone? Whoa. And an omelet. You get some good stuff from buried treasure, and that stuff respawns. So you just come into this area, and this isn't just in the castle, it's all through the sandbox. And I don't understand, you can even get mints. Mint is one of the harder things to attain. Spicy shard, gum nugget, wow. Mint shard there, perfect example. Nice. I do wish I could get up on top. Is this something I could do? No. It's almost like you gotta build, but that would mean bringing resources in here. It's a long way to carry some grass planks. I don't think this matters. He can... Shoot, now he's gonna pop up right under me. Or maybe not. Damn, now he's going to do it. Ouch. That's really how they get you. And that was substantial damage for having armor on. Yeah. So I've got the ladybug armor. That's one of the better armor sets. Alright, I need to get him to spawn again. Come back out. Oh, no way. I'm about to say, he's off healing. But no. I love stun with these things. With a lot of the creatures, stun is neither here nor there for me. But with these, at least when you stun them, you're giving them some, you know, a little extra time before they can slip back underground. Could I build down there? I mean, it's... Oh, is that an upside down bucket? Boy, that'd be an interesting... Oh! 500 raw science, that's pretty good. This would not be a bad place to build. Can that be done? Well, it doesn't say I don't have land rights. It just says unsupported. And that's true, there's nothing supporting that. But it's like one of those things, like if you can get it started, which, if I got it started, no, it's really not. Okay, well, let's try something else. Let's try, like a corner piece or something. No? Oh, it'd be such a fun place to build. Well, there's one way I could do it. I don't like these things, but there's a floating piece. And yeah, you could definitely use that. The problem there is, like, it's not a real problem. But essentially, what it is like I built a few of those, and that's great and all, but then once you decide, okay, I want to build a wall, I think the best example would be like a wall with a window. Yeah, one of those ones, because that's a new piece. This is what I don't like about it. See how the whole thing bobs up and down? And so it's like your base is totally floating. Now, I know that's a minor qualm, but oh, there has to be a way to build in here. Has to. Oh well, I'll come back to it. You know, that would just be a cool place to have a base, though. Honestly, something that's crossing my mind is I could build the floating things as a temporary deal, just to build a staircase going up there, and then maybe it would let me build, I'm sure it would, let me build something up there because it's a little less of a vertical thing. And then I could start building down. I don't know if that makes sense, but essentially just build a temporary floating staircase. I'm gonna go around the moat and see if there's any other cave systems. You should be able to build here, no problem, though it's not. Yeah, it's not a problem at all. Put a roof over it. The assistant manager reminds me of OMG management, even though I hope they are well. And they too hope that you are well. Yeah, I think that would be a fun base. I do. Well, what's behind it? It's not as ideal as inside the pale. Nah, there's nothing here. Nothing. Nope. If I could find a little cave in here, I'm not going to. I'm not hopeful that I would. Also, it's the only place in this area with water. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's water over there, too, by the hose. Well, that's why they brought the hose in here, to fill up their moat. I get it now. That's not a cave, is it? Nope. No. There it was. One of those deals. Not that it would have been the end of the world sliding down into the water, but... Nah, there's... This is an idea with this thing overhead, but and I'm positive you could build here, but... Not totally impressed with that. I'd like something a little more natural. Oh, natural. Shame about that cave, though. It would have been a really small base, but... Now, at least a base in there, you could build several floors. Well, that ain't like to see me. Something does. Ah, damn. Well, you can't pop up through here, can you? No, you can't. I hope you can't. No, you can't. Okay. I need health. Now, so do you. Oh, he's stunned. I wondered why I wasn't going underground. What is this, flower pot? Oh, you should be able to pull those off. I'd like to have a different type of arrow. Anyhow. They definitely won't let you build in the anthill. Not that I totally want to, but this I don't mind as much. Cause you kinda have natural walls. I mean, I'd keep the walls under this lip a little bit. Probably put things on scaffold to give you a flat base. These walls would kind of serve as walls. It's not great though. It's not terrible though. And yeah, I guess you would definitely want scaffolding in case an antlion decided to mess with you. It's a thought. Just a thought. This gives you a little more room. But I don't like it. I don't want too much of this orange stuff. I want more like, you know, natural. Anyhow. Well, I think I will probably... Shit, that's not a antlion. That's the death of me. I need to go to this respawn point if I'll... I knew it. I knew it. Oh, man. I had no notion that was going to be a wolf spider.
That should keep me safe. Safer.
Oh, no. This isn't even the bee base. This is...
Perhaps we should make camp for the night?
Okay. Well... Oh, man. Alright. I was running for that. We had built a lean-to over there, and I thought, well, if I can set my respawn there, even if I'm about to die, at least I'll respawn there. Yes, I know the wolf spider will still be there, but if I can keep respawning in the face of a wolf spider, I can kill him, you know, eventually. He'll probably kill me 5 or 6 times in the process, but he won't have enough time to get his health completely back. But I kind of know when those things attack me that I cannot run far before they overtake me. Because just like in real life, wolf spiders are ridiculously fast and poisonous. So that first bite, he did not bite me again. I don't think. I'd have to go back and watch, but I'm pretty sure it was that first bite just pretty much sealed my fate. Doesn't matter if I get there in time. Sorry, Aphid. You can tame these things and have a pet. Oh, that's the only weapon I have, and it's slow as hell, so... Yeah, no, I'll go get my gear. Poop is right. Just no outrunning that thing. At least with the antlions, I feel like you can outrun them, sorta. They seem to move fairly fast, but not wolf spider fast. I should have known that he was there, you know, like, I think you and I heard him snoring last night, so, like, I knew there was a wolf spider in the area. Or I should have, anyways. And I should have taken into account that it's nighttime, so he's out hunting. Probably shouldn't go this way, but I can't. Because I remember last night we had to drop down in that curve. And again, if I go down here, antlions will attack, but there's plenty of shade. Lots more shade than we had last night. Where am I running to? Oh, he's got me. I think that is the best thing you can do. Just jump after he goes down. Because he's about to pop right back up. Jump. Yeah, it minimizes the damage. You still take damage, but it's not as bad. Oh, I blocked it. Stamina. One more. I hate those things. And I'm thirsty, and I'm hungry, and I'm scared. I need to poop. Which doesn't make sense, because I'm hungry. Anthill. At least if he pops up here, there might be an ant or two. They'll attack him. I think the wolf spider's in there. I hear him snoring. I'm gonna sneak. I know, there's a very... My conscience is telling me, don't. Why even peek at him? Just to see the thing that killed me, that's why. What a place to make a base this would be, if not for him. Or her. Proper pronouns out of. It. It's an it. Well, that assures me that I don't really want to build a base right here, because this is right where it attacked me. Alright, so look at this, and then I gotta get out of the sandbox. If that tent is still there, and I don't know why it wouldn't be, I suppose I set the respawn point. But now it's a matter of, like, I gotta eat and drink. I have my canteen. Oh, and there's this stuff, and Amalant. Black ant eggs with a bit of salt create the perfect breakfast. It gives you... Oh, it gives you thorns. Thorns is an ability, like, when something attacks you and hits you, it takes a little damage, too. It's kind of cool. Let's eat it. But we still need to drink.
A little chewy, but not bad.
How do I slurp?
Nice and clean.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, I don't think I can get out this way. Also in terms of building here, there's grass. So you really don't need to haul resources in here. You've got grass, you've got sprigs, fibers, even weed stems. Yeah. Big old husky weed stems. So, I mean, it's not a lot of resources, so, you know, you'd find yourself running clovers. Wow, okay, there's a little bit of everything here in terms of building stuff. Are there stones? Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Is that used for anything? No. There's a pebblet. Yep. So, okay. There's even... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there's pebblets, too. Yeah, you could definitely... got some resources. And it'll all grow back. It just, you know, it takes a few days for it to do that. I don't think they like the water, do they? No. I mean, it seems kind of odd to say with his head. Oh, I don't think it matters, actually. I don't blame you. You're a sand creature. The water's actually got to feel kind of nice. Alright, let's get out of here. What if the wolf spider attacks them? I'm not really going to find out. The blue Lego is currently occupied. I was going to ask about building a base under the blue Lego brick, but yeah, no. Afraid not. Grayson, good to see ya. I hope you're well, my friend. Oh, where else could you build a base here? That pail, right there. We were in there last night. There was nothing in there. I think there was candy or something in there. But we did not get attacked while in there. Also, that yellow thing. I wonder about that. Actually, that kind of looks nice. I'm torn because, like, on the one hand, I'd be hell-bent to build on scaffolds so the antlions just can't bust through your floor. There's an antlion trap. Yeah, see? So, that's what they do in real life. They build these sarlacc pits, so to speak. And, they actually spit out the sand that they use to make the walls for it, so it's really fine. So bugs just cannot climb it. They just continue to slide downward, and I guess it didn't merit that much explanation, did it? Yeah, Otto, I know how that would work. Oh, you're saying they'd slide down the sides, and then what? Would they get eaten? Is that? There isn't, unfortunately. I have built my own way in, and then that's the answer. You can build your own way in. And so far, I've only got the one ladder on this side. I need to do something about that on that side. Because really, even right now, I want to head to the trash heap. And so I would have much rather gone over the other side. And hell, maybe I should have used those resources I was talking about to put together a ladder. Or no, because I think you need acorn lids. And that's the one thing I did not see over there, was acorn. I could have built stairs, though, just in the interim. I would have torn them down eventually, because I don't like anything that obvious. But yeah, I did build this because I was tired of climbing up to the picnic table to use a zip line that zip down there. You shouldn't have to fight the bees just to... Not that they always fight you, but sometimes they do. Just to get to an area, like, where there aren't bees. But yeah, at some point I need to collect some more acorn tops. And build a ladder at the other end. Both on the inside and the outside to facilitate that. Now I'm still considering building a base here. But obviously I'd have the mushrooms. Like, on the one hand, if I put a foundation, the mushrooms would supposedly stop growing. But I like being able to harvest mushrooms here. On the other hand, I don't build a foundation, I just let them grow through the floor and they become part of the ambience. You know, or I build an elevated base, kinda, so you come in and you head upstairs, and this could all be like a mushroom cellar, right? Like under the main floor. Just like Campbell's chicken noodle possibilities. I don't know. That's what they say. this is that exposed pipe that leads into the haze, if you follow it enough. The other end is clogged up. Again, I'm always looking. Technically I want to build 3 more bases: a black ant base, a roly-poly base. Oh, this. Oh, if it wasn't for these guys, this would be alright, I guess. Maybe not ideal. But still, I could totally build here, couldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, you could totally. I think I've got these underwater right now, but you get the idea. Could place something there and build up. Why am I punching him? What happened to my weapon? I did not. I swear I didn't throw my weapon. What? I shit you not. It's like that thing hit me and I dropped my weapon. What are these? Just gnats, but they're like infected gnats. It's weird. It's like they still don't do any damage, not that I can discern. But I think they're knocking... Yeah, they are knocking my weapon out of my hand. That is annoying. Especially if your weapon glitched into something and you wouldn't be able to get it. That would be worse than annoying. Huh. Alright, well, you learned something new. The infected gnats can disarm you. Oh man, imagine fighting them in conjunction with another infected. That would be a terrible combo. Well, so I don't want to build a base here. You know, I don't want to invite people over. Or maybe I do. People come over and they leave without their shit. And they're like, oh, that's weird. And I just go, oh, that's the haze. And just, I go out and collect their shit. Like, thanks, Nat friends. Yeah, I'm not opposed. No infected gnat base. I mean, on the one hand, like, they're not gonna hurt you, but they're straight up gonna steal your shit. Yeah, I kind of like the mushroom base idea too. It would be very close to the bee base, but I don't know. It could work. And the mushrooms are red. I could make that my ladybug base. Go with kind of a, you know, the walls would be kind of red since it's this thing anyway. Man, the sandbox is huge. Now, if I built a base in the sandbox, I think it would be a antlion base, for sure. I mean, because of course you'd be building antlion stuff, which, in a way, you know, that stuff is going to protect you from the sizzle, so it would all kind of make sense. It definitely complement the location. It's either that or a black ant base, but I'd rather do that by the trash heap, since there's black ants there too. Not soldier ants, though. The funny thing is, I feel like, so far, I have only seen black soldier ants inside their anthill. The red soldier ants, they'll venture out, and they kind of form a perimeter around their anthill. Nope. On the one hand, the drainage pipe, it's like, no, yes and no. it'd be fun to build a base in here, but... And I know this wouldn't have a literal effect, but... It's a drain pipe. Itsy bitsy spider. Like... I can't do it. Because in my mind, no, your base would get washed out. I know it really wouldn't. But in real life, it would. Still, that'd be interesting. What's this? Oh, like, we're right up against... Of course we're against the house. It's a drainage pipe. Or the downspout. Whatever. Bitches and hoes. Not really subterranean, but it's interesting. Wonder if I should put on the gas mask now. Maybe not yet. I don't know. Alrighty, Judah. Thanks for hanging out. Always good talking to you. And I will talk to you again soon. Let me know sometime, you know, next night. Then phrasing that. Next night you can play. I can plan to get all Karen that night. You don't have to let me know now, but you know what I'm saying. Well, let's go in here, I guess. The ants are heading this way. There's some gases pouring out from the donut. Alright, it's time for the gas mask then.
I feel a little less squishy now.
Oh wow, it's damaging the gas mask really quick. I wonder though, can I... Yep. And does that get rid of the gas? It sure does. And can you even eat that? No, you wouldn't eat that. It's rotten donut. But that's good to know. You can get rid of the gas a little bit. What is the ant party down here? Ooh, is that a soldier ant? No, I stand corrected. They do come out. I don't want to mess with him. He wants to mess with me. Yep, he totally wants to mess with me. Then again, I got armor. Where you at, soldier ant? Come on. Of course, I attack him and all the worker ants go nuts, too. I don't want that. So we'll just leave him. Oh, wow. We're past the 2-hour mark. I could take another break. In fact, I could use another beverage. There's a computer. I'd like to get up there. This place definitely... definitely merits some exploration. So, I feel like by seeing the soldier, that... What are you guys doing? I know the worker ants are just curious. Like, you are just curious, right? You're not trying to take shit from me. Okay, they're, like, super curious is the thing. Yeah, cause I want you, sir, man. Like, your presence makes me think the anthill opening is near here. Or the other opening. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do that. Maybe these things do wander. Clearly they do to some extent. The soldiers, anyways. I know the workers do. Well, now I'm afraid to jump down. Do I have any bombs? Negative. Alright, but I'm almost maxed out on inventory. Alright, let's run. Anthill. Yep, there it is. I've briefly come through here. I did not enter the anthill. But as you can probably tell from the way I was talking, I knew there was another entrance around here. And there it is. An old VGA cable, yep. Yeah, it is supposed to be the 80s or something. Oh, is that a drive? Dude, it is. Does that mean, like, you can get inside the computer? You could at least maybe get in the drive. I think I'm small enough. Obviously, it doesn't work. It's not plugged in. And it's in the trash, right? Yeah, I want inside the computer. What in there? Huh. Okay. Also, I wanna step away for a second. Usually I step away for 60 seconds. I might give myself 2 minutes this time because I need to make a bio break. Ooh, a mint. Jackpot. Oh, what? Is that a scab? Holy shit. Carbo. I don't know what it does, but scabs are super important to me. On the one hand, I could trick myself into thinking I could build in here, but that food will respawn, and so, you know, so too will the gas. So actually, this would not be a good place to build. I want to build in a pocket that doesn't have gas. That would be ideal. Bo. Oh, never mind. Hey, Smoke, good to see you, man. How was Smoke this evening? I was, lurking in your, Ghost Recon earlier. Sounds like code for something, but it's not. I meant that literally. Good to see you, though. How is Quick Smoke doing this evening? Back here might be viable. I don't know if the stink would have spread back here. Still, I feel like in terms of a subterranean build, there has to be something in the trash heap. I guess subterranean doesn't have to be it, as long as it's, like, concealed. Like this. This is trashy. That is actually not a bad area. What are those? How did Billy Hog... They must have washed over here somehow. So can I build here? I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can. So, like, yeah, you could totally... That would work. Yeah, all good with me. Enjoying taking a week off. As you can tell, I've been playing the hell out of this again. I think I've been streaming it every night this week. It's good though. I mean, it's got Did I just throw my fucking weapon? They've got new areas that they introduced, like the trash heap that I'm in now, and the sandbox. Other big portions of the yard, they totally redid this haze area, which I already went into, and I'm not going back into because it was a pain in the ass. But now I'm trying to figure out where to find, you know me, my cave bases. I found one good location and built there, and now I'm looking for... I need to make 3 more bases for bug types. And I'm hoping to find something, I don't know, if not subterranean, kind of concealed in the in this trash heap area. And the truth is, I found this old computer, and you see it's got a disk drive. Almost looks like, I can't tell, but it looks like I could climb in there if I could just get up there. But I feel like I'd need to build a staircase just to get up there, which would be fine temporarily. Like, I guess if I could fit in there, I'd put a ladder. Like, in the end, I'd put a ladder there. But I don't think I could parkour up there. I don't see that happening. No. Like, even if I can get on that, that's not... Because, like, if I could get up to that button, I could stand on it, I think. Tried playing this in VR, but his wife kicked him in the balls when he chased her, insisting she was a spider. So back to the console. She would too. And I don't feel like I'm throwing her under the bus by saying that. I think she'd confirm it. Yeah, that not gonna do it. Oh yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
My mom always says I light up a room.
Last night, I was lucky. Caspa and Judah joined. There's this black anthill. There's a boss in there that you have to fight. Excuse me. And so last night, damn, I was asking for muscle. And Caspa said, yeah, he's down. And then during the stream, Judah swung by, and so she jumped in. And we went in there and got our asses handed to us. So, in a way, I'm kind of prepping more armor and weapons and stuff in order to get... I can't do it alone. Like, the boss is way too difficult. So yeah, if you end up updating or reinstalling, I don't know what you gotta do, but... Oh, the whole disk drive looks burnt out like there was a fire. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to play. I'm not getting up there, am I? I mean, short of building something. And I would need weed stems. Don't see weed stems around. But, like, that would be cool. That would be... I don't know. I also have a doubt that, like, if I got inside there, I doubt it's all hollowed out. But I don't know unless I get in there. What do I need to build stairs? Like, I'll tear them back down, because I really don't want a staircase here. But what is needed? Yeah, weed stem and grass. There's plenty of grass, but... So, your stream card is that... I thought you got that working. I guess not, huh? This would be a place, too. Oh, yeah, all I'd have to do is put a roof on it. It's not subterranean, but it is obscure. Yeah, when I get it working, I'll let you know I need to start a world. Yeah, dude, I'll give you extra muscle. Extra muscly. They've changed so much. Hold on, I gotta mute and clear my throat. Yeah, you should have heard that. It sounded like I was, like, trying to imply somebody should do something like, hey. Anyways, I got it turned over. The engine turned over. But yeah, they've added so much shit to it. And they've added more of an RPG quality to it. Like, you can spec out your character quite a bit. Which is really interesting. I guess one of those spec things existed when we were playing earlier. I just didn't know about it or understand it too well. Nope. This is not good. I'm gonna end up getting stuck here. I thought maybe I could parkour, but if I got there, I don't know where I could go afterward. I want to get up on top of these trash cans, though. Well, I guess this is where you need a staircase. Because, like, there's that. You can kind of see that pole. I don't know what it is. It's a rake or a shovel or something. And it leads up to the top of a trash can, but just don't know how to get up there. Well, that's not it. That's not the way up, for sure. It reads the Xbox, but when I hit stream, I get an error. You're using Elgato, right? So you get the little error up in the top left corner that's like its own window. Could not start streaming. Would that be it? Because I found a bit of a learning curve with Elgato. From what I remember, I had to link my Elgato to YouTube. And even when that was done, I would go to Elgato and hit stream and expect it to just do its thing. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, so not the same issue I had. Because for me, I know it took me a little bit to realize that, like, I had to go set up my stream on YouTube first. And so I was just trying to do it from the Elgato end. And maybe that can be done, and I just never figured out how to do it. But now the way I do it is I set up the stream on YouTube, and then all I have to do is hit stream on Elgato, and it finally goes. Oh, different capture card. Gotcha. Well then, excuse me, damn. Potentially it could. Like, I don't know if that's a problem. Probably not. Because you already stream with something else on PlayStation, but yeah, for me that was an issue that I just didn't realize. I'd try to handle everything on the Elgato, and it wouldn't get started. And then finally I was like, well, I'll just set up the stream on YouTube. And I think I even tried to hit stream on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, well, you don't have anything going on. So then I went back to Elgato and hit stream, and suddenly this window popped up that was like, oh, do you want to stream this stream that you already developed on YouTube? I was like, yeah. And finally, that's how I got mine to work. I feel that, man. I'm a little bit of both. I'm definitely one or the other at any given moment. There is no in between for me, for fucking sure. It's been fun being lazy this week, though. It really has. Now I want the sun to come up. I needed the... This is like just... Oh, okay. I need to destroy the apple. That'll get rid of the gas, maybe. Yep. Need to destroy the donut. That'll get rid of the gas. But that also means I can't... Huh. Building inside a can would be interesting. I haven't done that. While not subterranean, it's definitely kind of off the beaten path. Man, this is dark. Sorry. Staying out. Staying out late. It's a lot of gas coming out of several foods. There's an apple I can destroy. I think this is a donut. No, it's not. So go after the apple. What is that light coming from? Oh, it's a mega milk molar. Holy shit. So like this. So that's what they call these things. It's like a candy with a special center. And like, so you get these milk molars, and essentially those are points you can allocate into your character. And then, like, let's say you've already unlocked, like, 15 points to put into different stats. And I were to join your world, it would just give me those 15 points that you unlocked. So I could allocate them differently than you allocated yours. But then the Mega Milk Molars sets up different stats that are universal to any character that joins, like, enjoys however you set it up. It's weird, but it's kind of cool, and that's, I guess, leads to some of the excitement in finding them. Wait, this is a way up. Holy shit. That's it. That's the breakthrough right there. Yes, yes, I think uh-huh. Yes, so it was a shovel. I need the sun to come up. I can hardly fucking see. I think I'm on a tipped over garbage can, right? Yeah. I wonder, can I take off the gas mask now? Yes, yes I can. And here comes the sun. I have a few games you really want to stream on YouTube. Yeah, that'd be cool. And then if you know, like I said, if any of them are multiplayer and you need somebody to watch your back, have your proxy, do your biddings, I'd be game. I know I'm not always able to play when you stream, because you know how late it is before I can get started typically. Then again, as Billy gets older, I feel like I have some... I think I have some more capability now than I did have. It just matters... What matters is, like... I guess the main thing is him complying when I say, like, dude, stop yelling. You know, like, I used to play GTA with this girl that... Her child would... That's all you heard when she jumped in was her kid. Like, you didn't need to check chat. You knew. Because the first thing you'd hear is this kid going spaz. And you'd be like, oh, yep, she joined. I don't want to be that person. But he is 5 now. He understands when I say, dude, go in the other room. Go play with your toys. Go out back. Step through the doorway, and then I shut the door. No, I would never. Huh, okay. Oh, these are meat. Oh, dude, get away from me with that stink. So they're like meaty gnats. That's different. Not accustomed to them. So they're poisonous. Well, I need to kill him now that one of my arrows is in. I only had 4 of them. There went 1. And he just fell off the ledge. Oh, okay. There's another one of them right there. Anyway, I gotta get this. 100 raw science, that's nice. I need my arrows back. Well, I lost one somewhere. It's probably in one of these gnats. Dude, come back. Time is the only issue for us, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Billy wouldn't bother you. Well, that's good to know. And, plus, I can always mute until I have something, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I can figure out the push-to-talk thing. I know... Dude, he's chasing me with that poison. I need to put on my gas mask. Luckily, since I have it on single right now, it pauses, but... No, don't go off the edge. It went off the edge. Yeah. Man. Yeah, but that's good. That's something I'll that would alleviate a lot of the worry on my end anyways. Yeah, go rolling off the edge, please. That would be great. Take your stink with you. That's weird. So, like, there's two different types of new gnats then. The mutated ones and these, what do they call them? Meaty gnats? The meaty gnats. You build in the cup, but that's pretty fucking small. Oh! Yes, sir. I'm about to raise my stamina. I gotta go back to Burgle to do that, but... Nah, I'm not gonna build in the cup. That would be fucking bunk bed is about it. Now, I had said that I was going to take my second break, but I look at the time. I've only got 19 minutes left in this stream, so I'm going to forego my second break. Unless I run the risk of pissing my pants. At that point, then yeah, I'm just going to have to go for it. And by go for it, I don't mean piss my pants. So here's the computer. So can I drop down to that thing? I know I have very little health, so... Shit, that stuff respawned already. So no, you could not build a base in there. Unless you just took up a life of wearing a gas mask all the time, but that's only for the stupid stream. I don't want my grounded character wearing a gas mask all the time. Well, there's no subterranean base up here, but I'm glad I got up here. Don't fall. Okay. It's okay, I'll take your break for you. I do need to piss. No joke. Oh wait, does that trash can have holes in it? I know this one does, but if that other one does... like, if I can get inside of it, that's plenty concealment. But no, those aren't real holes. That's just rust. No, don't slide off the edge, dumbass. Jeez, man. Oh, that's too bad. Come on, game devs. Gonna put a little hole in there. Yeah, well. So I came in. Think so. Oh! We still need to get on 76 this week. Is a free week. For first, which means private world to film. Really? So does that end like today's technically Friday? Does that mean it ends in a few days, or does it end like more like in a week? In other words, like, do we gotta try to do this tomorrow or Saturday, or? Because, yeah, knocking some of that stuff out would be a good deal. I already know that there's going to be a lapse with no shows for, I don't know how long. Probably a couple weeks. Just because I haven't, as you can tell, I've been playing Not editing. Not that it's editing that I would need to do first. I need to film stuff, to be honest. Oh, don't. This is hurting my gas mask. What is this thing? This? Oh, that's like an orange peel, is what that is. There's nothing I can do something with. Not sure, at least till Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, because sink. Well, yeah, I need to get Caspa. And I know when he's working, he can't stay on too late. In terms of your streams, surprised I can drink that soda. I know you stream Saturday night, but you end early, but you might have only been ending before 11 for the stupid stream. I'm not positive, but I feel like you did go later, typically. I don't totally remember with your Sunday streams if it was... Oh, it's a roly-poly bug. Jeez, it's a lot of health. Yeah, you go fight him, man. Because, yeah, I could do it Saturday, I could do it Sunday, I could... I'm trying to think. I could probably do it tomorrow. Honestly, I could probably do it any of those nights. I just know that Saturday is, Now, I should just stick with I can do it any of those nights and figure out when, what night Caspa doesn't have to work the next day. Okay. Yeah, I will, I'll hit you up tomorrow, because I'll hit up Caspa and see if there's any chance he doesn't work Sunday or Monday. I hate to say or Tuesday, because Lord knows they'll change it at midnight Monday night. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be pushing it. Because this would be great for the, without saying too much, once we get up to what was built for it, obviously we don't need to use the free world for that because you can't transfer that over, right? But for the episode in between where we're at and that one, yeah, we might as well take advantage of having a server to ourselves, considering it doesn't require anything built. And if it does, we can build it uninterrupted. Of course, it'd have to be simple, especially if we're talking in the next few days. So yeah, I will find out if Casper works Saturday, if he has a day off Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And if he has any of those days off, we can shoot for the night prior. Alrighty, Grayson, be well, my friend. You're almost at the end anyways. I got about 10 more minutes. But yeah, dude, sleep well. I will talk to you again soon. Yeah, that works. I'll have Tammy call Rhonda and set something up. She'll say Tammy. That'd be Tammy St. Texas. And whatever night we're not, honestly, I'm going to find out. I won't let this interfere with that, but whatever night Judah has free, I know we're going to head back down and try to fight that boss. In Grounded. So if you feel like joining the army, well, not that you can really have an army, you can have up to 4 people. I can supply the weapons and armor. Just a matter of I need bodies to throw up against this thing. If for no other application than to confuse it so it has more targets. But it fucked us up. We ran from it at the end. Shit, almost didn't get out either. This can is beckoning me. This could be a base. This be a small one, but can I build in here? I'm sure I can. Right? Maybe not. The hell? Yeah. Yeah, you can build in the can. Interesting, okay. That might work. It's kind of roomy. Sort of cave-like. Yeah, that might be the way to go, I think. Since I didn't find a cave I can build in. This might be it. I mean, it's definitely big enough to find like a bed. Location obstructed. Well, not if I put floors in, it's not. Yeah, exactly. If I use scaffolding. And then check the outside to make sure you can't see the scaffolding. That could work. Yeah, I see. I'd make adjustments so it's kind of hidden, but I think, honestly, this could work out. Yeah, so then you start placing the floor. That means I wouldn't really need scaffolding there or there. You just need the one to elevate it. And then from there, I could probably place furniture. I mean, whatever, like a work. Yep. That would work. I think I found a viable base for the ants. And are there black ants near here? That's the only remaining issue. I know there's roly-polies. It could be a roly-poly base, but I'd rather do a black ant one. I have not killed a roly-poly. I haven't fought one. You have a can-do attitude, sir. See? Yeah, I hear ants, so this could work. What about this can? Nope, that's the wrong end. This can probably has poison in it. Or not. So this one could work too. I'm broadening my horizons. Yes, you can. This one would actually be almost better because it is in the trash heap. What is this? Like a cup? It's not like a cup. It's a genuine cup, Otto. Oh, okay. So it is poisonous at the back. Plus the can's got the narrow entrance. About that can. I guess I've just never considered building in a can. Anyway, there's lots of ants around here, aren't there? Yes. So collecting ant parts would not be a big deal. Oh, I didn't realize how close to being killed I was. That was dumb. You'll never get me in the can. You don't want to die on the can. Like Elvis Presley. Are you part Mexican? I'm American. now that you mention it. Well, let's see. I think I don't have anything to heal myself. I guess I could eat food, but that's not really healing yourself.
Oh, worse than my mom's Brussels sprouts.
But yeah, that one of these cans, probably next time I stream, you will see my ant base underway here. If not built, probably not that particular can. But yeah, I think that's the way to go. I will make a habit out of building in cans. I do like that it's like any of these bases, that it wouldn't be obvious at a distance that there's a base there. Except for the icon, which, I turn them off, but God, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bases. This will be the 10th. And then I still need to make 2 more after that. I think this is the right can for me. So yeah, that is the plan. So I know that we didn't. I shouldn't say we didn't accomplish much tonight. I got a burgle chip. I don't know what it does yet. I managed to unlock the building stuff that is... I cannot believe I never knew how to unlock this shit, but kind of the log cabin building stuff. Like that. Also, the wooden door is new. This piece is new. Where's the stem door? Still haven't used any of these castle pieces yet. But I am baking mushrooms with the intention of maybe doing it. I'm torn on the castle because that might force me to build something above ground. And yeah, that's a new wall. I also swear it unlocked a door. Yep, there it is. A stem door. It's fucking about time. Sad thing is, all I had to do was analyze a stem. but I just never knew. I guess I never realized that I didn't analyze one. This is getting out of control. This is where I think I had better call it. We are looking at exactly, well, now we're looking at 3 hours and 1 minute. So I think I'm going to bring it to an end. Like I said, I'm going to get something built here. It'll be built somewhat by the next time I stream, which, especially depending on what Caspa says, I may be back at this tomorrow night. If not, I'll be back at it Saturday. The point is, I'll be back at it. And so, I want to thank everybody that took the time to join tonight. I want to thank my buddy, Quick Smoke. I want to thank Grayson. In fact, you know what? I don't just want to. I'm going to thank Quick Smoke and Grayson. I'm going to say thank you. I will also be thanking... Now, I'm just going to do it now. I'm going to thank Judah. And I'd like to thank Hawk and Odd Noble, but I can't. And Plaz. And, I don't know, folks. I'm scrolling up. And true, there they are. Those are the people that spoke up. But just because you didn't speak up in chat doesn't mean I'm not grateful. I also appreciate the lurkers. Anyhow, folks, that ought to do it for me. I will talk to you again real soon. As always, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this, if you are subscribed, then I am subscribed. I'll be subscribed. I said it. There it is, folks. Good night. I love you all. Name your babies Otto. Ouch. Nighty night, sweet dreams.